Thanks so much for joining me. So I wanted to bring you another video and I wanted to talk a little bit about Mercury going into retrograde. So Mercury will go into retrograde February the 26th, tomorrow for some of you it's already happening. And it will go out of retrograde on March 20th. So I usually will say give it a week on both sides of it. So it probably already started with the energy and it probably will also continue to March 27th, but you'll see how that happens for you. But when Mercury goes into retrograde, Mercury affects a lot of things. So it can be communication, it can be leadership, it can be learning or education, it can be like gossip, it can be newspapers, it can be like news in general, so different sources, it can be a lot of different things. So just be mindful um, that it can affect a lot of different areas of your life. And so I wanted to talk with you a little bit about how it can be impacting you and things that you might want to do just to stay fly under the radar if you can. So first, since Mercury, also I wanted to say technology like travel. So your vehicles can be impacted. So just be mindful. Like if you have some stuff going on with your vehicle, maybe, I don't know, something minor like you need an oil change or something like that unexpectedly, um, or something comes up with your vehicle and you start saying this doesn't usually happen, that could be related to Mercury going into retrograde. So all the things that usually go right might not, or things that usually go wrong may go right for you. So just keep these things in mind. Those things can also work in your favor. Just be mindful of this. I was talking about this in a reading. So maybe you're I don't know, maybe something happens with your car and you end up meeting the person that you are going to be in a long-term relationship with or married to. Something like that could happen, or someone could see you, checking something, your fluid levels or something. They may stop and you may end up getting together with that person. You just never know. So just be mindful. Travel can be impacted. Maybe flights are canceled, things are slowed down. Um, your flight is late or rerouted. Just be mindful that stuff like that can happen because Mercury also has an impact on travel. Far as technology goes, maybe something's going on with your phone and you will need to get a new phone or a new laptop, new computer, whatever, new tablet, new some kind of technological device could be affected by Mercury in retrograde. Another thing could be people can be having cyber attacks right now. There can be issues with computer systems. There can be um, systems being vulnerable and being attacked. Websites, systems might go down. So these things can be affected by Mercury. Also, leadership foundations can be crumbling with leadership. People are coming down from leadership. Maybe they're falling and new leaders are rising. Um, it can be that you're moving into a leadership position and someone else is stepping down or losing their position. And it can be some people are losing their positions, other people are gaining positions. This could be surprising because it could be someone that you're thinking, no way are they gonna, fall, or no way are they gonna step down. And that person actually does step down from leadership. So from February 26th to March 20th. This could be happening. Just keep in mind those dates, and it can be to the 27th, like I was saying, because the energy can continue to reverb until after, like I would say up to a week after Mercury is out of retrograde. There can be issues with communication, so make sure that you're working to understand others or to be understood, like it was happening to me today, that my technology is glitching. So a person that wasn't supposed to receive a message did, and the person who was supposed to didn't, and it was just weird. Like the phone switched up. It's odd, but I know that the energy of Mercury does a lot of strange things. So just be mindful, just be careful. You don't want to send messages that are like not supposed to go, or not send messages that are supposed to go. So just double check, triple check if you want to. Make sure the messages are going out, make sure they're getting to the right people. Make sure that, like I said, you're working to understand others, really hear what they're saying, or to be understood. Make sure that your language in your text messages, emails, DMs, whatever it is, that it's going out and that it's right, correct for you, because sometimes you'll have these experiences where it's not, and you read it and you're like, okay, I understand why the other person didn't get it, because I don't get it either. So make sure lines are not crossed with communication. You're clear, and as much as possible being concise, because the more you talk sometimes, like, the worse it can get. So now, I'm gonna put this out there too. Some people are better under these conditions. I've seen some people like their communication is crisp, clear, clean, great communication. So just be mindful of that. Some people are better with the Mercury in retrograde. Their communication, technology, travel, all these things are even better with that. So just keep it in mind. One of those signs, I think, is the Capricorn. They're even better with Mercury in retrograde often. um, but another thing that can be affected is learning. So, like, some people might say, you're stupid, or, you act stupid, or whatever. And you yourself might be saying, I don't understand why I feel like I'm dense, or I'm not learning things that are easy concepts. And it can be because Mercury is interfering with your learning, education, understanding, stuff like that. Um, Another thing that can be affected is news. So people might not be getting the news like they're supposed to. They might not be getting the messages. Things might not be going out the way they should. There might be issues with news, or like recently, Washington Post, I think, laid off so many workers, and this is an example of it, where um, Twitter, Insta, Facebook, Snap, YouTube, all these channels can be affected with Mercury in retrograde. So all these are things to look out for. But when it comes to communication, again, there can be arguments, like unnecessary arguments, fights, breakups. Some relationships will not survive Mercury in retrograde. And you just want to be mindful of that. Don't get into unnecessary arguments and fights with people. Some things are meant to be, and that's fine. Maybe you weren't supposed to stay with that person, but somebody might be gossiping behind your back. Some secrets might be revealed that you didn't want to get out, but they needed to get out. And relationships, friendships, work relationships could be impacted. It may be difficult for countries to get along with each other, see eye to eye, be able to be diplomatic, work together. So there can be a lot of stuff going on with communication, but again, like, watching out for the arguments, fights, and communication that are unnecessary. Like, some couples I know will start arguing, fighting, bickering when they never do. So just keep in mind that this stuff could be happening. Also, like I was saying, like, people might be gossiping behind your back. There might be slander. There might be things going on. So just be careful about things like that as well. But there could be a lot of stuff going on with Mercury in retrograde. And I just want to put this information out there so that everyone can get it and really be mindful of it. It may be better for you to stay in the house, not really talk much on the phone, not text, email, be communicating all the time, because you can have communication issues and you can avoid them sometimes by just staying low key. Um, but again, I was talking about news. I was talking about someone could be gossiping behind your back, learning, communication, technology. But like I said, some websites can come down, some cyber attacks can happen to people. Maybe like for the first time, AI could be having issues right now. That whole system can go down. We just don't know what could happen. There can be increased wars and conflict between countries, cities, states, whatever, households. We just have to be mindful of these things because Mercury is going into retrograde starting tomorrow, but the energy has probably already started because we're seeing some effects around the world of these things happening. All right, y'all. So I hope that you have a smooth time when Mercury is in retrograde. But again, just laying low, like look over your records, like do some auditing or something like that. Just check on your finances. Just um, look at where you are and look at your goals for where you want to be. Those might be things you want to do, self-reflection, looking into yourself and really understanding where you are and where you want to go. And those might be things that you could do until Mercury gets out of retrograde, and then these things, these areas of your life will be less impacted. All right, y'all. So I'm going to end for now. I don't want it to be too long. But of course, as always, thank you so much for joining me. Happy lightning fast manifesting, and I'm going to talk to y'all later. All right. Love y'all. Bye for now.